Welcome back to MOTU Review, where everything is forged in plastic, tested by power. Today we're looking at Teela from Masters Universe Revelation series, the first release of one of Eternia's fiercest warriors. But does this version of Teela hold up, or has it already been surpassed? Let's take a look.
If the paint's clean, I say it. If the joints are weak, I say it. If the sword looks weird in my hand, you know I'm gonna say it. MOTU real you.
Starting with the packaging. The Masters of Universe Revelation line features a sleek, collector-friendly design. The front window shows off Teela along with all of her accessories. The side panel features character artwork, while the back highlights dynamic poses and other figures in the line. It's a clean, modern presentation that works well for both in-box and out-of-box collectors. Up here at the top even has a little bio blurb. It says, Teela, heroic warrior goddess, captain of the royal guard, warrior, hero. Teela has been many things in her life, but there's only one word that can describe her best: survivor. Outraged by the secrets and lies of the closest to her, Teela has thrown down her sword and title and uses her battle-hardened skills to scavenge for magical artifacts for the highest bidder. But one can only evade their destiny for so long. So, again, really classic early Masterverse packaging. I love the large window frame. Unfortunately, mine has seen better days, but that's neither here nor there. I'm going to give the packaging on this one an 8.5 out of 10. Moving on to sculpt and detail, this Teela has a very strong animated look. Her head sculpt really captures her early Revelation appearance with the short hair and a determined expression. The face paint is clean, though some collectors may find the likeness slightly stylized. Her armor and outfit feature good sculpted detail, especially in the chest armor, the belts, and her boots. As you can see here, really good texture on her chest piece. Boots, same thing, almost that worn, battle-aged look. So very nice detail on all of her armor. The paint applications are mostly clean. I really like the dark wash here in the hair. There's not many spots where we're missing any detail as far as the paint goes. No major scuffage and stuff like that. So that's really nice. This is a very solid overall sculpt. If anything, I wish maybe there was some dark wash or something in her wrist bracers, just kind of set it out just a little bit. But overall, I'm going to give her sculpt and detail an 8.4 out of 5. Accessories. This Teela comes with a respectable selection of accessories. In the package, she does have a right fist and a left open gripping hand. She also comes with a right gripping hand and then a left splayed out hand. She also comes with this. It's a pretty cool tri-colored piece. You have the black details, the brown edges, and the silver handle. So if you've seen the Revelation series, then you know exactly what this is. This is her all-in-one, do-it-all staff. So her staff normally comes in two variations. Of course, you can have this here, which is kind of like her spear. Again, mine is warped from the package. A little bit of hot water or hair dryer can straighten it right out for you. So you can see down here on the end, very similar pieces there. And then it extends out to the spear here, which is a very nice black color with some silver detail there in the blade part. In the series, it can also be transformed into her sword. Not the traditional sword we're used to seeing from Teela. This is still a pretty cool iteration of it. Nice black blade, silver with the brown and almost bronze detail. Again, mine is warped from the package. Just put in some hot water to get to go. All of her accessories match her animated design very nicely, and the alternate hands allow for some good display options. While the accessories are somewhat limited compared to later releases, they still get the job done. I'm going to give the accessories on this character an 8.2 out of 10. Now, let's talk articulation. Teela features a standard articulation on the Revelation line. Of course, the head can go up, down, left, right, arms out, down, forward, back, swivel at the bicep, double joints at the elbow. You have the swivel and hinge at the wrist. Torso crunch is it's actually not limited at all by this little chest piece, which I really like. And of course, you have twist the waist, leg articulation, even with the skirt, she can get some pretty good splits going on. Ball joints there in the legs make that happen. You have a swivel here at the thigh, a double joint at the knee, swivel at the boot cut, and then that foot can rock forward, back, and side to side. So the articulation here allows for some really good poses, which I really like. You may have to kind of work with her ankles and her torso a little bit just to find that perfect balance, but you can, again, get some really nice poses out of her, especially if you have something like a figure stand that you can clip on on the bottom side of her boots. That's going to look really, really nice. The armor does limit some things. The skirt does limit the full splits. Kind of hinders her doing mule kicks and things like that, but it's not really going to be limiting all of her movements. Overall, the figure is very posable and display friendly. 8.3 out of 10. Teela scales perfectly with the rest of the Masters of the Universe Revelation figures. She fits nicely along characters like He-Man, Skeletor, and Evelyn, making her a great addition to your Eternia display. Overall, I give her size and scale a 9 out of 10. Just like any figure, there are some pros and cons to buying a figure. The pros to me for this one: clean animated sculpt, good articulation, classic Revelation look, and a solid display presence. The cons: while the accessories are nice, they are very limited to this particular style of Teela. You don't get her snake staff, you don't get her shield, you don't get the snake armor, which that is coming later on. Some softer paint details. Her skirt is kind of lacking a little bit of texture. Her brown pants are lacking a little bit of texture. Like I said before, I wish the wrist tape had a little more dark wash or something to kind of make those stand out a little bit. And then this is just a real nitpick. There is still some slight articulation limitations from the armor. Other than that, this is a very, very solid figure. Definitely one that you should add to your line. Let's talk final score. Packaging, we gave an 8.5. Sculpt and detail, 8.4. Accessories, 9.2. Articulation, 8.3. Size and scale, 9. To give this a final score of 8.5 out of 10. And here you can see on the screen, you can show you exactly where she ranks in their Masters of the Universe Revelation leaderboard so far. Overall, Revelation Teela is a strong first release, an important figure for fans in the line. While later versions may improve on certain aspects, this figure still holds strong on its own and looks great on display. And remember, here on MOTU Review, everything is forged in plastic, tested by power. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.